say Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hit be trying to sway me, pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me, I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the Wild Card round. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here's Achane to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Collins. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Collins. They've got his man, complete. Down the right sideline, Hollywood Brown. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 93 yards. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off of play action, here's Lance. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That first good for 20 and a first down. Here's Lance. Throw left side, completes Isabella. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Lance looking to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Basham able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brown goes in motion left. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Collins. Quick slant to Brown. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400. And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game. And now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On play action, Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyquan Thornton, 52 yards. And the Raiders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. In motion right, that's Williams. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Collins. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's going to field this at the 4. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt, from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downhill, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
It's a gain of 34.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And here's Collins on 1st and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lance wants to change him up. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They run again with Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this one is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. This is intercepted. picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rolling to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Throwing is Collins. Off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on 3rd down, Collins. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Lance to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Come on, set.
Lance now on 1st down. Washington's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
On second down, here's Henry. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mixed.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bacon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw with Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
Buying time to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Brown the motion man right.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll pitch it out to Achane.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Collins to throw on second down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes third and about a foot. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, Bacon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Running from the gun with Henry. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Henry up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. And Lance now to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Henry will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, it's Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now Lance going to throw.
And he rifles one incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake. Collins sliding out of the pocket. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense.
Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Collins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Poyer.
And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, Lance. His throw incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Again, it's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd down and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Deion Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Collins now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Collins flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Micah Parsons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Collins throwing on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
And here's Collins throwing on 1st down. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll run. Achane. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw. Collins. Touchdown, Broncos. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's That's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.